things first, I'll start with the verse. School sneaks, t-shirt, press play, no rehearse. Chilling in my zone, just trying to make it home to a place where I can go, and I know that I belong. Song after song, turns out I was wrong, trying to fit in like some cheeks and song. Knowing I'm meant to stand out, not looking for a handout. Been down and out and turned around, and it don't last for long. And this is my awakening, contouring the reshaping of the person I was and wanted to be. When it all goes down, when I'm left with the thing, and I'm so amazed with what I can do. I'm not afraid to know it's my talents that I do, and you'll be amazed. It can work the same for you, no matter what you're going through. I'm here to say you can do it too. Don't give up on your dreams. God provides for me. Don't give up on your dreams. God provides for me. Sometimes.
Greetings, and welcome to RockTrue Queens. I am your host, Anita K. And we thank you for joining us as we RockTrue are absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inerrant, and the final authority for all. RockTrue Queens is founded on He, who is the original point of reference for all things to come through eternity. RockTrue Queens is a cross-cultural response to the generational, economic, and social concerns of the kingdom woman in today's society. RockTrue Queens is established for each one to reach one to teach one the lost art of embodiment as the inherent chosen God. Therefore, exposing the hidden in plain sight assassination attempt on the kingdom morals, integrity, and glory of her identity. Ultimately healing the broken love language between the king and his queen by applying kingdom principles, revelation, and knowledge. The RockTrue Queen seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local and international queens and kings of character while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. It is absolutely a kingdom renaissance. Hello, and welcome, fellow truthers. How are you? What's going on today, sis?
Nothing much.
You driving?
Always.
As usual.
Always.
Yes, ma'am. How was your day today, sis?
Today was actually a good day.
Hey, was a good day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
In my Ice Cube voice, though, it was a good day.
I just gave it to you. I mean, a good day.
It was definitely a good day. I had some good conversations with people. They're like, "Why do you not get bothered? For what?"
See, my queen.
I don't get bothered with anything that I can't change in anyone else.
My queen.
Or decisions people make. It's made, and it's made. If it concerns me, then I'm gonna have to roll with it or step away.
Absolutely.
But it's made.
Absolutely.
So it was definitely a good day though.
Definitely. Mine was different. I wasn't feeling my best, however, pressing through it, like pushing myself and pressing through. I'm glad that at first I wasn't going to use the camera. And then like to get on the camera, then I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. I don't look that horrible. I don't look how I feel on the inside. For real. But no, I totally understand. I totally get exactly what you're saying. Like, how can you change anything outside of yourself? And that's what you don't need to concern yourself with. Like, if there is anything to change you, because that's the place where you can, you have control. Everything outside of yourself, you lack it, and it's going to be a waste of time, a waste of your resources, energy, etc. So, absolutely no. Today we have three amazing guests. I don't know if we've ever had three guests on Queen. Have
Um, no, usually it's
we?
one or two.
Yeah. So we got a nice little healthy menu today, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. Just some queens, some lovely women who are out here doing their thing, and just like the song says, not giving up on their dreams and pressing forward, you know, to make sure that what God has placed in them comes into fruition. So I am super, super excited. But before we get started, let's just talk a little bit about, rocking true character, but from a business perspective. From a business perspective, you know what I'm saying? It is super dope to have character. That means you are one whole and complete in everything that you're doing. But that should also stem into your business, the way that you handle business and handle people. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people now, especially, post COVID, that have businesses, but are not necessarily business savvy when it comes to how they are displaying their characters. You know what I'm saying? How they're dealing with people, or should I say the morality, how they're dealing with other people. Some people are not, people of their word. They're not doing exactly what it is they're saying they're doing, or they're not, treating people, their customers, including their employees, with the respect and the value that they deserve. I actually, oh God, just grateful, grateful, grateful. So I submitted 3 articles for the Biz Mag for this spring edition. I am too excited about that. And one of the articles was regarding RockTrue management and rocking true value, and having that same energy. Have the same energy when you hire somebody, to help you with your company. Have that same energy when it's time to pay them, you know. And one thing that in this culture, we believe that the CEO is to accumulate the most amount of money possible, in a business. But that's not so. Not when every part is imperative, and now when every part plays a significant role, no matter um how can I say, how someone else's devalues them. And then one of the things I wrote about is who placed the value on each other's gifts. Who said that your gift was more than mine or less than mine? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm providing you time. You're on mute. You're on mute. Can you hear me? Erica. Erica? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I see you, but I don't hear anything. But you're also on mute. Okay, it could be her phone. But yeah, so let's go back. Yep. Who said that your gift was oh, you can't hear me? Yep, that's you. I figured that. But who said that your gift was, more valuable than mine? Who put the price tag on? Do we have so? Yes, it's already shared on social media, Quinn. But who said that the price? You can go to the RockTrue Queens group or on my page. On my page, it's I shared it while we were coming on air. But who said that your gift was more valuable than mine? So the way I break it down is in reference to like a car part, and some people believe that, of course, certain parts are more valuable than the other. So for instance, you probably will put more of a weight on the engine, or the let's see, battery, or carburetor, or anything more valuable than the spark plug. But at the end of the day, if you have all of these parts working, even if they're all brand new parts, if you don't have a spark plug, then the car can't move, it can't go. It becomes invaluable, and then the car is worth more in parts than it is as a whole. So every piece is imperative, from the engine to the spark plug to the logo to the color to the driver to the namesake. Every part of a product is imperative and should be paid equally. And so when we rock true management here with Rock Truth, everybody is paid equally. There is no, just because I'm the recreator, I receive more than anybody else. Everybody is valued. You have a gift that I don't have. I have a gift that you don't have. And when we bring it to the table, we should be able to split that. After we pay all of the necessary expenses, we should be able to split or share profit. So we'll wait for Erica to come back. But in the meantime, I want to still just move on. And let me get out the formality. So let's go ahead real quick to a commercial. And then we'll bring in our first guest, Erica. Are you better? Let me hear.
Yes. Yes, I didn't realize I can't run so many things in the background, so it shuts the whole phone down.
Duh, Queen. Duh.
Normally I don't need all of them.
Did you want to comment on Rocking True Business real quick before I was gonna go to a commercial just as we waited for you? But
I would just say, know your passion. And make sure that when you are, doing your business or starting a business, that it's from your heart, from a place of how can I help? What can I add to, or how can it be about community or helping the community or, assisting the community, not just what are the profits that are going to come in, because the money will come. The money will come, but it's just more about, what can you add to someone else with your business? So I would say that is probably the biggest thing. Because a lot of people start the business only for, what money can I make? How much money can I make? Yes, that's a factor. Yes, because we all want to be profitable. We all want to have businesses that are thriving. But if money is the priority and not about anything else, it's gonna become stale.
Nah, seriously.
Or
that's why people give up. That's why people stop. Yeah, like those hidden agendas, and like you said, the purpose for you starting it is impure or improper, and then and that's what I'm not being facetious. I'm seeing it a lot, even with the social organizations. It's like help people. Don't look to help yourself. What are you in it for? That's one of the questions everybody's asking is like, what is your why? What is your why? And the truth is, people's why is money hidden, tucked under, a social cause or concern. And it's like, listen, hey, rock true character. Have the character behind, what it is that you're actually franchising. So did you want to comment any further, or I'll go to commercial?
No, I think that's it's a good starting point.
Yeah, it is. Let's go to commercial real quick, and then we'll go through the highlights of the week, and then we'll bring in our first guest, Miss Aretha, who I can only see a chair right now. She must have escaped, but I hope she come back. Oh, there she go. Hi. All right, we're gonna go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Rock Truth got merch, y'all. Who is your true north? Who holds you down so you'll always know where you are? God, the original true north, the original point of reference. Check out our clothing line, True North, at rocktruth2.com for your kingdom culture needs. Everything from tees to sweats, men's, women's, and kids' sizes. Inaz Essentials Whipped Body Butter has a wide assortment of 8-ounce body butter made with unrefined shea and mango butter, infused with vitamin E oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, natural mica powder, and fragrant essential oils. It is designed to heal and moisturize dry skin, and it is perfect for the whole family. Our whipped shea butter is handcrafted with a blend of natural and organic ingredients. The unicorn body butter can be customized to the scent of your choice. If a scent is not chosen, no scent will be added. Have you been searching for a custom home decor and crafts? Check out Delicious Designs. For more information, simply search Della Williamson on Facebook. Are you in need of advertisement or marketing tools? Branded in his image prints, logos, flyers. Contact us today. RockTrue Prints is ready to serve your printing and designing needs. We offer a full array of marketing tools, logos, flyers, business cards, video ads, and website designs. If you need our services for prints, we got you there too. Contact us at rocktruthradio@gmail.com for more information.
Since I'm not sure, can you hear now?
Yeah, it said the video wasn't playing. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Now probably just on your end. It went through. It was decent. Let me go through the ads for the week real quick. All right, guys. So yep. So the Biz Mag, like I stated before, the Biz Magazine. If you guys desire to have your logo on our backdrop, this backdrop goes, oh my God, so many different places, all of the venues and events that we participate in. It's only $100 for that placement, but then also for $150, you get the opportunity to get aired on the radio as well. She'll mention you there. She has several different platforms from Soul 106.3, My Radio Chicago, 107.3 VIP. And then again, just being featured in the magazine alone. We are launching this magazine in 4 different cities this year because we are expanding, which is super dope. I am managing editor of the Biz Mag. Thank you, Lord. Oh my God, this is like a dream come true. And so, yep, if you guys would like to advertise, there is still time. You have until March 15th if you desire to be on the backdrop for this spring edition. Let us know. Let us know. Okay. And then let's see what else is going on. Tax season. It is tax season. If you guys are in need of services for tax season, please hit up O'Neill Financial Services. When I tell you, I had a lot of tax issues. I had a lot of tax issues that stem back to 2007. And when I tell you he fixed everything, he got me refunds for years. Like, I mean, just I kept getting checks like, oh, we owe you for this year. Oh, we owe you for this year. And he fixed and, corrected all of the issues from the prior years. So if you guys are in need of services, hit up Vincent O'Neill. He will help you get straight. If you need an advance, let him know. You have to let him know before he submits your taxes so that you can qualify for that advance payment. And then don't forget your CMOS with CKW Sports. If you need any CMOS, the Bladder Rack Gel, hit up Carl Seaspoon 84 on Cash App. If you need CMOS, listen, this is imperative to your day. It provides you with the necessary nutrients that you need throughout the day that we are lacking daily, So this is that provides you with that natural supplement that is necessary. Don't forget about the ginger hibiscus teas and the different teas that he makes as well. My favorite is, of course, the ginger hibiscus tea. But if you are in need of tea as well, same information. Hit up Carl for your tea, for your CMOS. Then let's not forget Miss Jate and P413 Apparel. If you're looking for even more kingdom culture outside of RockTrue2.com, you can hit up Miss Jate for all of your kingdom culture as well. And then, of course, we follow up behind that with Rock Truth. To get your true north gear, like all them twos and trues, just coming in between my teeth, and I don't know, making different sounds. But get your kingdom culture at RockTrue2.com. Let's see what's going on with Machina this week, because Machina be having like 5,000 things going on, and I ain't mad at it. And so March 17th, she will be the guest with Dr. Yolanda Jerry. on Real Conversations. Shout out to Queen. She is finished at her book. She is, or at least one of the many books that she has. She is also being highlighted on several different platforms all over the world. Machina Gaddav from the NYC. We are so super proud of her. You can catch her every other Saturday on Rock Bottom as well. Don't forget about the SAS Penny Drive that we have with Dr. Juanita Rediscover Me. They're just simply asking for donations and help with, sexual assault survivors. So, providing the toiletries and things that are necessary for them during a time of need. This is, very imperative because a lot of people are dealing with sexual assault, whether it's spoken or unspoken. So if you guys can and you have the opportunity, anything helps. Don't feel as if, you may not have a particular amount. Any amount helps. $1 helps. I'm serious. You have no idea. $1 goes a long way into what it is that they are trying to accomplish and go. Then don't forget about RockTrue Cafe. Accepting pre-orders only, guys. So if you guys desire some lawfully healthy foods, you have to eat as written as prescribed. And let me tell you something. I am a witness to that today. I ate something yesterday that I normally do not eat, and my body was like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And so I now know, like, I cannot afford to put the wrong things into my body. It's kind of like putting orange juice, in your gasoline tank. Do not do it. You have to have the proper foods to go into your body for functionality. There are things on the inside of your body you don't know how it works, but there is food. Food is medicine. Natural foods is medicine. And so the natural foods are going to aid with the proper functionality of your body parts. We also do off-menu items. So if it's something that you want cooked for you specifically, again, all you have to do is pre-order that. And then that way I'm able to go and obtain those items. But I definitely want to provide lawfully healthy foods, natural foods for you at a cost-effective price. Like, you should not have to pay an arm and a leg to eat as written, as prescribed. This is crazy. I understand. A lot of people are saying, well, the cost of food is going up. Let me tell you something. It ain't went up that much. It ain't went up that much that you got to charge people all crazy prices. Like, this is getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous. And you should not, again, have to pay to eat as he told us to eat. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and bring in our first guest for today, Ms. Aretha Sibley. Hey, sis.
Hey, how you queens doing today?
Hey, how are you?
I'm so excited to be invited on your show.
Yes,
We are excited to have you.
Yes. So we'll give you the floor. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business, sis, and all that. Yeah, because you know what, you guys you do the women's group, the women's empowerment group, and I believe that is the super dope, group that you guys started. But not just the group itself and the mission behind it. It's the love that you guys display. It is true. It is real. And the support is real. And I definitely want to highlight that. So go ahead, Queen. Talk to us about it.
Okay. Well, you guys know, we started Women Empowerment last year. I was doing my business, traveling treasure paint party and events, and I travel with it. During the process of traveling, I've come across and met a lot of amazing women. And, I felt like we needed mutual ground where we could get together and let our hair down, discuss different things that was happening in our lives and with our businesses. And we just started growing as a group, meeting different women, and built like a sisterhood. And building that sisterhood, we also knew that a lot of ladies hadn't did the proper preparation for their businesses. So what we also do is we put women in line with people to set their businesses up for legal entities, whether you want a LLC, sole proprietor, or whether you want to do it as a non-for-profit. We have just about everybody in our group So we can definitely direct you in the right area. Also, we do monthly meetings and we have events. Like you came to one of the events, that was like a little pop-up shop get together. We have the congressmen come out, good speakers, and it's just like family. That's the only way I can put it. We discuss everything from our accomplishments, families, um, traumas, just about everything. It's like you can just get there and let your hair down and just when you leave you feel refreshed. That's the only way I could explain it.
Yes, no, it really was. Like, it really was. I had no clue, what to expect when I came, but to leave, like, feeling again, like you said, like family, like at ease and very comfortable. Like, you would have thought that we knew each other for years. You couldn't tell that, that was my first time coming out, or that was my first time meeting any and everybody. And you got us all, we're all from different backgrounds. We're all from different places. But you could tell we have the same love, the same idea of love and support for each other. It was the dopest experience, and I definitely love that group. I highlight that group on purpose because there's so many different groups out here, and they don't have that. I don't care what they own; they do not have the love that's displayed in the women's empowerment group.
Like you women had hit on it earlier. You got to have a passion for something. You got to have a love for it. And all the time, it's not monetary things that you're getting back in return. Just to see the smile on these women's faces, to feel like they're accomplished. And, a lot of us are not young women. We started in our 40s, 50s, and that really does something. It definitely give you guys something to look forward to. It's just saying it's never too late, but you got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. So you say you do art. You do art.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk about the paintings and the art parties.
Okay, we do. I travel. I do paint parties. Just about any event. Work with children, the elderly. I usually have people just send me whatever they desire to paint, and that's what we sketch out for them, and then we go forward like that. I instruct the event for maybe 2.5, 3 hours. That's how long it takes to complete your canvas. And most of the time, when people are done, they're pleased with it because it is an expression of how you feel. I always say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I can give you the direction, but I want you to create your own masterpiece. It's like life. We start with a blank canvas and we're creating our own masterpiece. As long as you don't give up, anything can be fixed just about.
I love that, Erica.
Wow.
I love that.
Yes.
Wow. I got it. Wow. What would if you could do things differently, would you have started your business earlier or done something different? Did it or gone a different avenue than what you've gone now?
I probably would have, but I think God does everything or allow everything to be done in his own time for a reason. And I don't believe in my youth I would have been mentally able to handle everything that I do now.
Teach this.
I asked you that. I asked you that because that was one of the things I read earlier today. I can't remember who posted the meme or whatever, but it just they went down a list of all the people who didn't do things in their 20s and their 30s, and just explaining everything is on your time and for you, not because your parents said, oh, by 30 you need to have this and this to for me to deem you successful or deem you a true adult or whatever. Or like I think one of the people they talked about was like Morgan Freeman. He didn't get his first major role until he was 52. So I asked that because I know now a lot of people are on this, oh, I have to have this by 30, or I have to do this by 40, or I don't feel successful, or I feel like I'm something, or that's my purpose. So that's why I asked you that.
Yes. And that's just, I've been out in the work out working for other people majority of my life. And then, as I got older, I say, hey, sis, what are you doing? You can create something and do it for yourself. And I feel more fulfilled in working for myself and then helping the other women along the way. Because a lot of times I'm finding when you do start a business, if you're not in the surrounding of other like-minded women, they have different problems. Well, I'll say they have life problems, and you got your life problems, but you still got these business problems too. So you need to be around other women who has walked that road before you that can kind of guide you along the way, because everybody don't have the same experiences. But if you broaden your horizons and open your mind, gotta place the right people in your life, and you'll get the things that you need to push you along the way. He said, if you take one step, I'll push you the rest of the way. And Lord knows I've been pushing right on.
Oh, you tell us, sis, at a rate and a speed that you can't even imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Telling you.
When you just doing things his way, I'm telling you, like, he pushed you to the front of the line where so many people, it seemed like you listen to their stories and it took them forever. And it's like, nah, it took almost like no time once I decided to just go and do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being pushed all the way to the front. Like, it's just crazy. It's amazing. But I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Everything is in his timing. And same for me. If I was younger, I would not be able to mentally handle what's before me. And it ain't even really so much the business, it's the people, which is his business.
His people.
It's his people, and not being like, you come across a lot of people that they have different motives. They are in different mindsets. And so you got to be able to counter that. You got to be able to handle that without getting attitude, without, taking things personal, without, disregarding people and different things like that. And I believe younger minded Mary, would have definitely dismissed people, snapped out, but now I'm able to rock maturity, rock true maturity, and I can handle the things that God has for me. Again, it ain't the business. That's the easy part. It is handling the people.
Yes. Being a servant to the people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, Queen, is there anything else that you want to share with us regarding your business, where people can find you as well?
Okay. We travel. We have a lot of meetings we go over to Illinois. We have meetings there. We also have meetings here as well. We're going to have an event. It's going to be April 30th. It's going to be at the Barbardine Center, 6600 Broadway. It's going to be a women empowerment paint and sip. It's for mothers and daughters. If you guys want to come and participate or just come and see what we do, I'd definitely like to have you guys out.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes. We're going to have some guest speakers as well. Aretha, she's a life coach, and she also do business as well. So if anyone needs her help, she'll be there.
You said April 30th, right?
April 30th. It's going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Barbardine Community Center in Maryville.
Okay.
So come on out, check us out so you can feel our vibe, Erica.
I will. And I like, it's not just for the women, and I have a daughter, so that would be up her alley to be able to go and do that. So yes.
Last year we had a workshop. It was healing mothers' wounds, because a lot of times as daughters and mothers, sometimes that balance be threw off a little bit, because we always trying to better that next generation. So most of the time they see us as enemies more so than friends, and it's kind of hard. But we try to do things that incorporate that next generation so we can help our youth and encourage them to be better, so that they don't necessarily have to follow the path that we taken.
I like that.
Yes.
You muted, Mary.
I'm gonna always be muted. I do. But we do. We thank you so much, sis, for coming on and sharing who you are and sharing your platform and sharing again that group with us and providing that space and for us to be, but then also free, and then a space where we are loved. That is imperative, especially as we are going and growing. You never know what type of support you need when you're out here, doing a business, and you don't know when you can be just as successful going. And still, at some point down the line, you need somebody just to say, "Keep going, sis." You know what I'm saying? Do it.
In spite of whatever, just keep going.
Keep on going. Okay, we're gonna keep you on, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring in Miss Lakeisha.
All right.
Hi, Miss Lakeisha.
Hello.
You on mute too. I do it. Don't worry about it. I do it too. Yep.
Oh my goodness. I have people in the background, so I have to be muted.
It's okay. How are you today, Queen?
I am doing well. How y'all doing? Y'all hear my southern drawl? How y'all doing?
Yes.
I'm amazing.
We do.
Where are you from, Keisha?
Yeah.
Holly Springs, Mississippi. Right outside of Memphis.
Oh, I know where that is. I know,
Yes.
I only know because when we leave Memphis, we drive into Tupelo and the Amory. So nope, I know where that is.
I don't.
Right, yeah, you come right through.
Well, Ms. Lakeisha, tell
Absolutely.
us about you. Tell us about everything that you're doing as well, your businesses, and you have a book.
Yes. Yes, I do. I just so I'm a self-strategist. Well, let me go back because my pastor said we got to put that pressure on. I'm author Lakeisha Mitchell Buffett and a self-strategist, self-development strategist for women. I want to say I agree wholeheartedly with you guys when you were saying those 20s and those 30s. I just made a post about that yesterday, just about where, there's no cookie cutter way for us to live, and we get caught up in those expectations so often. And I think that's where I was in my 30s, and I was severely depressed at 30 because I thought there was no hope for me because I was trying to live up to these expectations. So thankful. I'm 43 now. 43, 13 years ago, but I'm so thankful that I was able to just kind of give my life over to that guidance of that higher power to say, look, I got something for you to do. I just got to take you through, but I'm going to be here with you. So I'm thankful for the mud that I've had to trudge through to actually get to, as a friend told me, get from that place of being in the state of repair to finding my unstuck. So my book literally is called Unstuck and Free. I promise you it was such a divine title because it just came to me. It was a download to me, Unstuck and Free. And it's literally just about helping women to get unstuck from what I call cornerstones that we face in life, being fearful of change, being caught up in being complacent, just doing what we can and not what we love, comparing ourselves to each other, not really learning how to celebrate the next woman in her season and clap for her, but comparing ourselves because we feel like we haven't gotten there yet. Keep holding on to company, you guys, that we probably need to kick to the curb. We can love them just from a distance because they're not really healthy for us and just circumstances. And into more clarity and coherence. So that's what Unstuck and Free is about, letting loose of those captive places within ourselves as women. I'm very corny, so I share a lot of my own stories. I had a person to tell me that they were tickled, convicted, and inspired all at one time. So it's a lot of life lessons, a lot of stories that I share, but for the most part, it's a process. It's a process, and it's doing very well, you guys. I had an issue with Amazon, but I'm so thankful for that again because I had to kick them to the curb, and I am my own publisher now. I sell directly from my website, so I'm my own place I sell from my own space, and it's more work. It's organic, but I get to actually engage and talk with and share with these women. So I love it. I love it. Unstuck woman and unstuck woman.
Yes, yes. I love that, Queen.
Wow.
That, ain't it? Jeez. You want to go, Erica? You go first this time. You go.
I just want to know where I find this book, because when you say you convicted, tickled, and all of that at one time,
Okay.
Yes. I'm all things and unstuck woman. So it's andunstuckwoman.com. You can go to my website and purchase directly from there. Again, I was so thankful for my TIFF or RIF or whatever you want to call it with Amazon, because I have complete control over what God wants me to do with my book and where I can take it to. And again, I was telling someone on a network that every time I sell a book, I make a connection, because I'm building my email list. I'm building my connection list. They're buying directly from me, and it's more work. It's more work, but it's worth it. And I just kind of want to piggyback, Miss Helena Cal, something you said about no, Miss Doretha, you said this, I think you guys, or you both were saying it, that so many people aren't happy, and we as women already have issues with self-identifying, right? We because again, from the South, my aunt and I was talking about this the other day. I talk about it in a book about being trained and traumatized by traditions. She said, first of all, we're taught you can't talk about it. And then secondly, you just got to accept it, whether it's toxic or not. And so I feel like we get that bred in our own, right? And then we step into these roles as wife, mommy. My mom she has Alzheimer's, so she lives with us, caregiver. We get caught up in these roles and we forget about ourselves. So we start struggling with self-identifying. So I really one of the things that I wanted this book to be about was to help women, you guys, like push through that, not pass it, because we don't want to pass around, go around, but just push through that, trundle through it, through that mud, like just push through it and start dealing with our stuff. I use the word stuff and junk a lot because I feel like that's what it is. Right? It's toxicity, right? It's stuff, it's junk. and we forget about ourselves, so we're not happy in a sense, because as I heard a gentleman say the other day, we are depressed because we're doing not what we love, but what we can. We're doing what we can, but not what we love. And I'm like you, AJ. I was on my phone reading it, and I'm like, how do you let me save this? Like, can we Snapchat this and make it just constantly replay? We are falling into depression and anxiety and stress because we're doing not what we love, but what we can. And I hope you get it, because I share some biography. I share some bricks for the first time in 40 something years. And I'm just loving me, you guys. This is one of my speaking topics. This right here, I have alopecia really badly. And if my grandmother was here, she'd probably be shouting and clapping, because I was holding on to some strings, trying to spray in and sprinkle in and color in, you guys, just to try to keep some hair. For who? Yeah. I love my brown round. I got me some cute little glasses now where I can, and I just love that I am with myself, just loving me. And I'm loving that my husband, my family is accepting, because I was so worried, wife, I was so worried that, like, what is he going to see when he look at me, over in the middle of the night with a bald head? Or, is he going to see that, but he don't even want me to wear makeup. He was like, he said, I got pretty skin. I'm pretty the way I am. And for the most part, he says it's a smile in the cheeks for him. So
I love it.
Yes. I'm just all about Yes. Just all about us finding who we are. Finding who we are. Mark Twain said the two most important days in life is the day you're born and then the day you find out why. Like, I know without a doubt, my purpose is I was born to inspire and help women get unstuck. And I'm just glad to be in that space.
Thank you, Lord. I'm with you,
now, Miss Lakeisha.
Like, me too. Like, and for me cutting my hair. Me cutting my hair was about identity. It was, I hid with the makeup and the hair and all of that stuff. It was a cover girl. You know what I'm saying? And I advocate for uncover girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, who you are is grand enough. You're good enough without all of that. And I needed to see me again. I needed to love me again. Yeah. This was huge. Cause like you saying, like, it be things we can have around. So like my favorite hairstyle was like putting your hair over your eye and all, because I'm that little swoop. I'm covering, girl. I'm covering. And it's like, no, you gotta uncover, girl. Girl, I know that ain't Carolyn Wilson. Hi, Miss Carolyn. I love her. Like, you talking about like women empowerment and somebody that will karate kick you out the door for you to come and be, and like you said, for your pastor to say, you can't just, you got to put that pressure on you, an author. Oh my God, it's Carolyn Wilson, who has been very influential with RockTrue and in my life, and inspiring me and karate kicking me out of every door. Everything. I'm serious. She is like, hiya. Like, I'm just like, come on, I didn't even want to go. I'm becoming everything that God has desired for me to be. I mean, what a friend. What a friend. So thank you for tuning in, sis. But oh my God, you're absolutely right. Just actually becoming, who you are and loving yourself again. AJ?
So, Miss Lakeisha, because I am going to order this book, just so you know. But for me, what do you say to that 18-year-old? That 18-year-old who is, you see where, later in life, the path that they're on or their thought process is going to put them in that, I'm stuck. I can't see. I can't go around it. I can't go through it. What do you say to that teen? Hey, you know what? It's processes. You can work through it. You can see through it. You just got to keep up to it. Keep going through that. What do you say to her, or how does that book even speak to her at 18, opposed to a woman that is 25 or 30?
I would honestly say, and I was just talking to just saying, and let me even go back and first say, I tell my 13-year-old who has the mind of a 16 all the time, regardless of what people in the world tell you should be, always remember that God already knows who he wants you to be. It's going to be hard. It may be some days where you may not have people speaking to you. You may lose friends. The mud may get thick. But always remember, regardless of what other people tell you should be, I tell Casey this, remember that God already knows who he wants you to become. And I just, just stay. You know what? Y'all said it a few minutes ago. Keep walking. Keep walking. You at your Jordan, so just keep walking. Keep pressing. Keep living. Don't give up. Suicide is so close and near to my heart. Like, literally, it hurts me to see this. And it's so, AJ, it's funny that you asked me this, because I am partnering with my daughter to start Unstuck Girl. We're starting Unstuck Girl Club to just be able to pour into the younger mind that they just need to keep walking, continuing to be themselves. God already knows who he wants them to become. It's some things that they're going to have to go through to glow to, but it's going to be worth it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't let the world tell you who you should be. Most of them don't even know who they are. So just keep walking.
Listen, the lost trying to lead someone else.
Girl, child. Okay.
Yeah, my daughter and I was just having this conversation. And she knows, though. She'll be like, she said I get extra. So we was having a conversation, and she said, she shared something with me. And then she was like, but people don't see it that way. I was like, they don't even know who they are. You know what? Most of them don't know who they are. But just continue to walk. Continue to walk. So lost for so many years, trying to make other people comfortable. And being unhappy myself. I don't wish that I can get that back, because I had to become me. And like Miss Aretha said, me now, because the 20-year-old me, yeah, I would have been snapping off.
Yes, girl. Yeah. I'm talking about just the last year. Okay.
Yes.
Girl,
Yes, that 18 year, even the 18-year-old version of me, AJ, I would have told me to keep walking because I will be honest with you guys. I think the 19-year-old version of me thought I think I was about 19. I have scars on my. I did try to let go. I'm thankful
Wow.
for a praying grandmother. My grandmother was in the hospital. I was supposed to be going to see her. I put in the summertime, I put long sleeves on because I had bandages on my wrist. She was blind. And when I got to the hospital, she said, "Are you okay? What happened yesterday?" And I'm sitting there with buck eyes.
Wow.
It's almost, she said, "I was hurting for you yesterday, but I was
Mm.
praying for you too." So I have been there. Keep going. It may seem like a lot right now, but I promise you, God already knows who He wants you to become. This is just a part of the process.
Teach, Miss Doretha. Go
I love
ahead.
it.
I know you got something to say. I know you. I've been waiting on you to.
Just hitting on what she was saying, throughout the years, you do hit that point and them stumbling blocks where you do get at the point where you feel like getting up. And that's where it plays a part of having women, a sisterhood, people there that can show you the love and bring you up out of that place. Because that's a dark place to be in, especially by yourself.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
So you got to be with
Yes,
somebody to love you and care for you, and not to have ulterior motives when
Teach,
you're at
yes,
your weakest.
sis. Yeah. For real.
ah,
For real. Teach.
yes.
Yes.
Miss Lakeisha, any final remarks and any additional information as to where we can find you before we bring in sis?
Yeah, I just really quick again, you can visit anunstuckwoman.com. I'm in the same realm as Miss Doretha. In May, we have our Unstuck Woman Self Retreat. That's going to be in the Delta down in
Mm.
Mississippi Delta, Cleveland, Mississippi. Because Miss Doretha, I say as I'm promoting it, women, we need more women love, and that's what it's all
Yes,
about. It's a
ma'am.
sisterly retreat. One of our speakers is coming from Aurora, Illinois. So Dr. Marguerite Blitch from over in Aurora, Illinois.
Okay.
She's one of our speakers. So, and there's an airport, ladies, in Cleveland, so you can fly in if you want to. But
All
definitely
right.
visit
Make
my
sure you get
website.
that
Visit my
information to me.
Yep.
yes,
Same deal,
ma'am.
sis. Same deal. Yep.
Yes.
Make sure, please, please. All righty, guys. Last but not least, of course, let's go ahead and bring in Miss Dominique. Hi, Queen.
Hey,
How are you?
Hey, hey.
I am great. Thank you for having me here. It's
No,
so
thank you. Thank
interesting.
you for joining us. Go ahead. Same deal. Same deal. Let's jump right into it. Tell us about you. Tell us about everything that you have going on as well and where you're helping to empower not only women, but everybody.
Yes. Okay. So y'all talked on a lot of stuff that I'm here doing, and y'all was just all in my business and didn't even know. Y'all talked about money and finding yourself, and I feel like that's how I got to where I am. So for me, my first business is called the Divine Boutique at tasteR1.com. Now, if you know anything about branding, you know that don't make no sense. The Divine Boutique at tasteR1.com, right? So I needed to make tutus for my baby because I was trying to get stuff off Etsy and I couldn't afford it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order her this one outfit. And by the time I got to three outfits, I was at like $300. It was just way too much. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna start making my own tutus. And I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't have any money. I went to Michael's. I picked up some tool and I just started YouTubing and YouTube University. I mean, I figured it out. And people started saying, hey, can you make my baby a tutu? I'm like, sure. And then people started saying, well, if you're making tutus, you need to start charging for them. And I'm like, did you see my tutu? It wasn't really what I thought it would be, but okay. So, long story short, that turns into where we are now. This space that I'm in is called the Pink House. So, I kept building, and my clients kept coming. And next thing I know, I'm like, we need a space because this stuff can't fit in my house no more. So we get here, and it was in the middle of the pandemic last year. And basically, we couldn't go nowhere. We was all shut down. We was all shut in. My husband had one of those little pass. Y'all probably don't remember now, but those passes that you was able to leave your house if you had this pass and if you was an essential worker. So God had put it on my heart. He said, let your husband go. and decorate your shop. I said, okay. So next thing I know, everything is lifted. I bring my favorite 5-year-old, my daughter Tegan. I bring her into the space, and she's like, "My pink house." So now I didn't shift the names. I didn't went from the Divine Boutique making tutus to the pink house. So now I have a tutu business and an event space. Okay, let's keep going. So as I get into the pink house, people start coming in the room and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love it here. How did you build this? What did you do? I want to do what you're doing." And next thing I know, I turned into a business coach overnight. Money and finding yourself, just all collaborating. Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, y'all can come in here, ask me questions for free. And people was like, no, this is good. We gonna start sowing into this. We gotta plant seed. We gotta put this into the ground. So some people would come and they'll give me $20. Some people would give me 100. Some people would give me a Pepsi and a sandwich. Like, it was just whatever you had. Let's talk about business. And that slowly turned into one of my most successful businesses, Business Redeemed. Um, which is now what I'm slowly birthing out, because I basically need to come back and rebrand everything that I've done in the past. So basically, getting the pink house in order, finding the logo for that. A lot of people don't even know, my Facebook name is Taystar Horton. So they like, who is Dominique Harness? I gotta establish who that person is. You know what I'm saying? So yes, and then my last venture is basically Business Redeem, helping women, build the wealth and things like that. But now I wanted to make sure that I'm coming in and I'm attacking the health, because we can't just come in and I want to have this speaking engagement. I want to be on this stage, and we struggling to get there. So that's been my new thing, the full circle health, and just helping women, gain energy and lose weight at the same time. So that is the summary of who I am. My name is Dominique Harness, and thank you for having me here.
I'm glad that you said that, because I'm like, I know her face. And I'm like, oh, I recognize Tay Star, but I'm like, who is Dominique? Like, who is that? Like, it all makes sense now. So thank you, because I'm like, no, I know her face. I know I follow her on Facebook. And I don't know who. Yeah. So thank you. I now know it's the same person.
Shout out real quick to Miss Tony. Hey, Miss Tony, thank you for tuning in. She is definitely another person who is out here making a difference with She Essentials, making a difference for women and in our youth, making sure they have the necessary items to feel confident, and make sure they have the what are those products? I always use
the correct feminine essentials during
feminine
that time of the month.
Yes, because it plays such a huge role in the confidence of women, making sure you have those products on hand and enough of them, when you're out here, especially if you can't afford them. Like, people think that, everybody's able just to afford something, and it can be just something as simple as, sanitary napkins, and you can't, and it makes a difference in how you are going to school and how you feel going to school. And when you can't change as often as you desire to change, like, it's a lot of stuff. So shout out to you, Miss Tony, and thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, Queen. Thank you so much for again clearing that up too, because I was like, Dominique. Wait,
like, who is this?
Wait. I don't see Horton nowhere. I'm like, okay. We got it wrong. We had got it wrong.
Yes, and I honestly, like, it's been a struggle for me, because I want to get rid of Taystar. Who is Taystar? I went to go get my domain, and the Divine Boutique was taken. So I think we all run into that problem. Well, let me look down. You're a 2-year-old. Your name is Tay. Let's add star, taystar.com. Worst mistake of my life. So now with Business Redeemed, that's my thing. Making sure that other people, when you start your business, don't do that. You need to be branded from the head to the toe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Panel, any questions? I want to start with you guys first.
I don't have any questions, but I wanted to piggyback with Dominique and say you are absolutely on point. It took a marketing strategist. My business name was Inspiring You Consulting, and I was everything Unstuck Woman. So she pulled me to the side and she asked that question. She said, well, what is Inspiring You? And then she said, well, what is Unstuck Woman? And she said, say that I literally, she like choose one and brand. So I was like, well, I'm an unstuck woman. So it's doable, but oh my God, it was a lot to change from everything. Domain, yes, and everything to go from that. So now everything is just unstuckwoman.com everywhere. Pinterest, anywhere, everywhere. It's unstuckwoman.com.
Yes. AJ or Mr. Rita.
And to take it even further, make sure you trademark. Even if you don't do the federal trademark, at least do your state trademark. And then later on, when you have the money, do the federal trademark so that it's everywhere. So you don't have to give up your name because someone else, took it and trademarked it, or you have to pay anything or have to shut everything down and totally rebrand without even being able to connect. This is me, but now, it's this. So make sure you do this. If you're not going to do the federal, and with federal, you definitely don't want to do like if you Google trademark, you get all the ads popping up. You don't want to do those because they are only going to help you start it. They're not going to fight with you through the process if somebody comes through and, trying to get it later on. So make sure you definitely trademark whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But yes.
Mr. Rita, any comments or questions?
No, ma'am. I'm just grateful to be here with you ladies on this discussion. It's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
I do need the information about her book, though. What was the name of it again?
It's called Unstuck and Free. And you can go to my website and unstuckwoman.com, and it's all things Lakeisha.
Yeah.
I was gonna, Mr. Rita, are you on Facebook? Because I want to make sure we connect and I get that flyer and everything to you as well.
I am. You can my first name. I'm on Facebook under my name. It's Aretha Sibley, Sibley. So just send me a friend request, and then I can add you to Women Empowerment, and then we can collaborate on maybe coming down there visiting you guys.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Like yes.
And I got family in Aurora. I don't know how close that is to you.
Look, and I got family down there in Mississippi, so we're gonna be piggybacking off each other.
Now, Dominique, how involved is your daughter with what you're doing? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I just kept telling her I love this pink house. Like I knew it was something up when I saw all this pink, and I'm like, what's going on over there? Go ahead. How involved is your daughter? Go ahead.
So my daughter just thinks that she is the ultimate boss. And I literally let her do like whatever she want to do. We just hosted a party here, and I had, because I'm really big on entrepreneurship now. So we have like a program called Youthpreneurs. So I had all the girls come for a Valentine's Day party, and I said, if you have a business, bring your stuff, and then parents, we will have vendors there. Make sure that you're ready to purchase. So she gets here, and I said, okay, Tay, what do you want to sell? Because we got some of everything in the shop. And she was like, I want to sell toys. I said, okay. So she gets on the stage, because I'm big on that too. Public speaking at young age is important. So she gets on the stage and she's like, yes, all my toys for $1. And I looked at her. I said, do you know how much that inventory costs? I didn't say it, but I was like, okay. So she made her money. She put in her pocket. She took everybody out to eat. We've been working on earn, spend, and save. So she's been doing her little business, her little budget. But yeah, she is this super boss. Like she is my junior CEO. And for her, I'm really working on with the rebrand, because I'm literally starting this all from scratch now. With that, I'm going to give her the Divine Boutique and the Pink House, and that's going to be hers, and then separating that out from Business Redeem and Full Health. Full circle.
I love it. I love it.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yes, I love
you
that.
Said that you guys are working on gifts.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
You say you guys are working on give, say that they can give, spend, and save.
It's earn, spend, and save. So financial foundation. Yep, they come in. So Youthpreneurs is free every Thursday for kids, for the youth, and we basically have people come in. So like Financial Foundations, I love them, the Chameleonaire crew. If you're not following them, that's my plug, chameleonaire.com. But they came in last week and they did the ABCs of finance. So, and they had the kids, working on credit and doing business,
That's
banks and stuff.
awesome.
So yeah, so we've been working on that. She has to give, spend, and save.
I love it.
Okay. I created give, save, and live in our house. 10%, 20%, 70%.
Yes.
It's important. Listen, people don't understand. Like listen, that's law. And making sure you pay your tithes and your offering. Like at the end of the day, before you take your cut, before you pay anything, take out your tithes and your offering. And it's not necessarily just to put it into the church. You are the church. Put it back into the ministry, your business that you're pushing and promoting. You're gonna need it at some point in time. Trust you me. You never know how and you never know when, but at least pull it out. And then also, with that, pay yourself. Paying yourself is important too. We forget about that because again, you're gonna need it. And if you know what I know, and I'm sure all you know, like everything we bring in anyway, going right back into the business. So it's not like but making sure you do have that to have, but then also being obedient to law, because that's where blessings flow from obedience and putting that to the side, and God gonna cover that. He gonna make sure you sustained in the business that He told you to do. So, yep. AJ, you had something to say real quick? Oh, okay. I thought you, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to.
No, I was just saying I was just saying I love what she was saying, earn, spend, save. Is that so important? Because I didn't learn, granted, I knew to save money. I knew I knew how to write checks, when checks were the thing to do. But I didn't know about credit. I didn't know about, any of that kind of stuff, and, finance. And even now, learning about how to set up an annuity, how to set up your IRAs, and, how to set up your beneficiaries, and having a trust for your kids and for your business. So all of that stuff, I wish I would have learned before I turned 18, but I'm happy that I'm able to learn it now and apply it now. But definitely I'm teaching my kids about it, so they know what a Roth IRA is. They know that they have different accounts where they can put their money into. So I love that, that company came in to do that for your, the youth there, but you're able to teach your daughter, and then she can help someone else, and she'll know how to maneuver and navigate at 18 and not have $5,000 in debt at 18 because I'm on college campus and I signed up for all the credit cards because I got a t-shirt.
Because I got a t-shirt.
Listen, a t-shirt and a cup. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're telling the truth, for real. And that's the worst thing, like just coming out of having to reestablish everything, financially. That's more than an ocean too. It's almost worse than having to rebrand. So yeah, that's an imperative piece, and then an imperative piece for our youth to know. Like a lot of people believe that they are too young to learn or something like, you know what I'm saying? They can't be if they know all these songs and how to dance and everything else. So they have to be able to take in something, and if you put something into the program, they'll have it. You know what I'm saying, for usage, and no time frame is too early to start. You know what I'm saying? So it's like good to start putting those type of principles, those types of laws regarding money and finances into your children, into their psyche, so that when they are older, that stuff they don't depart from. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then also know exactly what to do when you're not there. That is the goal of every parent. That shows RockTrue success as a parent. When your children know how to do exactly what they need to do when you're not around. That's the truth.
Absolutely.
So, Queen, is there any final remarks and anything that you would like to say prior to us getting out of here? And I'll give everybody again that final.
I did want to add, I wanted to share real quick about just simply, I shared with you ladies about, basically, money and finding yourself, like not having money led to me finding myself. But I wanted to kind of touch quickly on being out in the boat with no paddle sticks, can I call it that?
Yeah, girl.
All of all of what I've been through has led me to last year. I put on a conference December 9th through December 12th. And it was my first conference. And I know, Lakeisha, you were talking about that you're hosting something soon as well. But, a lot of times God gives us these visions and we go and we like, okay, well, if God gave me the vision, he gonna give me the provision. December 9th through December 12th, I held a conference with 16 Cent. And yes, he did he did give me the provision. I mean, people came out of the woodwork to help, and that thing went forth in a way that I could have never imagined. But when I tell you, like, I literally felt like I was in the middle of a boat, in the middle of the water, in a boat with no paddle sticks, and I was stuck. I'm like, God, what we doing? It's dark. I can't see. Like, how you gonna do this? How you gonna pull this out the? So, I really wanted to share that and encourage, just anybody that may be listening that may feel that way. Like, know that God, will give the provision for the vision that He has given to you. I have written 4 books. I did the simple marketing business strategies. I've done Hey Princess for the girls, because I told you I'm big on youthpreneurs. And then I did Birth After Loss. And then I wrote the book about the conference, which is called He Shall Walk Again. And those last 2 books, they go hand in hand, because Birth After Loss, I wrote about my son in the hospital room right after I gave birth to him. And then He Shall Walk Again, I wrote in the hospital room with my dad 5 minutes before he passed. And he was the person that told me to start the conference. And I said, wait, you're supposed to be here watching, and you 2 months before. So I just really wanted to share that. And that's all I got.
Now that's super dope.
Where can we get your books?
Yeah.
They're all on Amazon. If you search Dominique Harness, don't look for Taste Star Horton.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, well, thank you so much, Queens. Thank you all for sharing and being a part of our platform for this evening. Just as a final check, any final remarks before we get out of here? Is there anything that somebody didn't get a chance to say or would like to say? I want to give you this opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Well, all housekeeping has been taken care of. Again, thank you guys so very much for tuning in to Rock Truth with us, or Absolutely Nothing at All. Thank you, Queens. It was an honor to, highlight you guys. And again, if you please get in touch with Miss Aretha, so that we're all connected in that women's empowerment group, and then we're all able to share the things that, that we are doing. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Miss Carolyn. Like, hey, that's another person. Hear me when I say connect with Miss Carolyn Wilson, another woman of empowerment to help you get where you need to be, help you with resources that are necessary for you. She is online as well, and definitely about health. Oh my God. So, connect with Miss Carolyn. I'm telling you, my life has been different because of her influence and her, encouragement and her karate kick out of 5,000. I trust it. We'll say sorry, not sorry. No, she ain't sorry. I promise you. I don't care. Like, she's like, you gonna be somebody. Like, okay, but it's also, again, like we all talked about, very, very necessary. So again, I thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Shout out to Miss Tony and everyone else that have been tuning in with us. Thank you guys. Don't forget to Rock Truth are absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all.
At all. All right.
Thank you, ladies.